Hello and welcome. So today I'm going to be doing a reorganization of my spice cabinet. Well, let me rephrase that because I'm going to be doing a small, simple reorganization of my spice cabinet. So stay tuned. Now we are taking a look into my messy cabinet. I've noticed that I was cleaning it up maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and every time I would cook, it would just become a big mess again. But it's okay because today we are making a change. First, I started by ordering the glass spice jars with the metal lids, and those were terrible. Just the sound of the metal hitting the glass made me cringe, so I sent those back to Amazon and I decided to get these. I like these so much better. They were nice and thick, and they also have the bamboo lid, which I really wanted, so I was happy with my decision. I ordered these off of Amazon and they came in a box of 12. And I ordered 2 boxes so that I can have 24. And it came with a little spoon, so I thought that was nice to put your seasoning on when you were cooking. It also came with a marker so that you can write on some of the blank labels as well. It came with about 6 pages of labels, which I was happy with. Most of the labels were seasonings that I used, and the last page had some blank labels so you can hand write them in with a marker. So I thought that would be kind of cute as well. I also bought these acrylic organizers to put into the cabinet. This is my second time ordering these. The first set that I ordered were about 15 inches, which was way too big. And these are, I believe, 10 inches, so they are a little more narrow so they can fit better into my cabinets. I decided to do something a little different, so I ordered the Lazy Susan to put on my top shelf because I realized that I was not using my top shelf because it was just way too tall, especially with a stool. So you're going to see that later on. I'm going to lower it a little bit, and I'm also going to use it a little bit differently. So stay tuned. I received this box cutter as a gift because I kept cutting myself. So this one is actually plastic, but it cuts through boxes, tape, and anything else you may need. I love the way that these arrived. Each jar came individually wrapped in bubble wrap and it came in its own box, so of course nothing was broken. Of course, I had to wash the jars before I used them. Now, I could have just thrown them in the dishwasher, but I actually like washing dishes. I find it soothing, so I just wash them by hand just to make sure none of them broke. I placed them on this paper towel to dry, and next time I'll just use the paper towels to wipe them down because they took a really long time to dry, especially the bamboo lids. Maybe because it's wood, it absorbs so much water, but yeah, it took forever to dry. Now it's time to clean out the cabinet. So I started to take everything out of the cabinet and wipe it down. And I also made sure that all of the seasonings and the crumbs were out of the corners. Here I am lowering the top shelf because it was just way too high, even with the stool. Any seasonings that slid to the back would just be lost for days. So I like this option better. Now it's time to put the labels on the jars. So I was pretty happy with the labels because it had most of the seasonings that I used. And I actually threw out a lot of seasonings. So at this moment, I'm only using about 12 of the jars. So that just means that I'll have extra and extra labels to use later if I buy new seasonings. Now I am placing these seasonings into the jars. At first I was a little disappointed because I forgot to buy a funnel, but these jars are pretty wide so it didn't get too messy. So I was able to place about 3 of the jars on each shelf, and I'm happy with my decision. The previous jars I had purchased were really tiny and I did not like them at all. So I'm so happy I was able to buy these instead. So I went ahead and put the Lazy Susan on the top shelf and it fit perfectly. I believe this is about 10 inches. So I was happy with my purchase. And I think this is a great hack for us shorter people who may have difficulty reaching top shelves. It makes it a little bit more useful for us. So this is the final result. I was very pleased with how everything came out. I can't believe I took so long to do this. It was just so simple and easy. So thank you for watching and stay tuned for more home organizations. As I'm going to be